In today's episode of Trend to Come, I'll be showing you top 10 most protected pastors in Nigeria. Coming in at number 10 is Pastor Emeka Odumeje. AKA the Lion, the Fight, the Liquid Metal, the Indaboski, the Baosha. One of the things that made this Eastern-based pastor popular was his way of performing miracles. When the Indaboski performs miracles, you would think he is a professional wrestler. He picks up whoever needs a miracle, puts him on her on his back, and give them WWE smackdown on the chair or any surface he finds available. Sometimes they collect for ground too, as this one is not a preacher of love. For he is the War, the Fight, the Liquid Metal, the Lion, the Indaboski. His method of performing miracles attracted a lot of shades his way, and this one no send anybody, he still continues with the same acts. He is always spotted with men in suits, even inside the church. You might think they are members of the church, but no, I'm sorry to disappoint you. They happen to be his bodyguards, who protect him against all and every threat that might be made against him.
Once again, the world heavyweight champion, the West Side. Watch him. That is the power. The general.
At number 9 is Pastor Paul Enenche. Pastor Paul Enenche is the founder and senior pastor of Dynamics International Gospel Center. He is also a medical doctor, an author, and a radio and TV host, headquartered in Abuja, the nation's capital. As a child, he was sickly and faced many challenges, but this served to prepare him for the future, as he is one of Nigeria and Africa's most respected pastors. His church auditorium in Abuja houses 30,000 members and holds 5 services every Sunday and 2 overflooded services every Wednesday evening, among other services. Everywhere you turn in Nigeria, the ministry is either constructing a new structure or expanding its present auditorium. That gives you the idea that this is no ordinary minister, and as such, he needs all the protection he can get from the overwhelming crowd and unknown gunmen that might be planning to harm him. So, to avoid stories that touch, bodyguards that look like FBI agents are seen around him 24/7. Number 8 is Prophet Jeremiah Omoto Fufeyin. The Delta State-born cleric is a televangelist, philanthropist, and founder and head prophet of Christ Mercy Land Deliverance Ministry, Warri, Delta State, Nigeria, which he founded on 3rd April 2010. He has been criticized for his loud act of charity, as his services are always overflooded with mammon's crowd. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he donated 300 million to staffs, members of his church, and to the Nigerian government. Wow, what a good man. He also returned tithes and offering and tagged it was time of giving back. His services are known for miracle and deliverance, as this one they chase demon out of people waiting no good, making more and more people troop down to his church. On March 22nd, 2023, his church was destroyed by fire. So tell me why this one doesn't need protection, as he is one of the most heavily guarded and protected men of God in Nigeria. You turn left, you turn right, you look front, you look back. You see men on black suits looking like CIA agents and in bulletproof cars, all to avoid stories that touch that any harm before this man of God. As you know, Warri know they carry last.
I want this car too. So it's God that gives car tree. I am the, and also other cars that you have seen right there. There are many, but I want to assure you that this year God will provide more cars, many cars.
Coming in at number 7 is Pastor Chris Okotie. Pastor Chris Okotie is a televangelist, politician, author, businessman, and the pastor of Household of God Church International Ministries, situated in Lagos State, Nigeria. As a pastor and a politician, he ran for the office of presidency in 2003 under the banner of the Justice Party. He also ran again in 2007 under the platform of the party he founded, Fresh Democratic Party, and lost to late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua. Then in 2011, he ran again for office, and this time lost to President Goodluck Jonathan. In and outside the church, this one is well guarded with security guards that are armed to the teeth and ready to defend his honor when need be, as the streets are not friendly. At number 6 is Apostle Johnson Suleman. He is a Nigerian televangelist and the senior pastor and general overseer of Omega Fire Ministries International, a church with its headquarters in Auchi, Edo State, Nigeria. After working as an assistant pastor in the Armored of God Church in Lagos from 1998, he started Omega Fire Ministries in 2004. The church is one of the biggest churches so far in Nigeria. Apostle Suleman is one of the top Nigerian pastors that has been cited with heavy bodyguards each time he's going for a function. When he was criticized by people for this, he came out openly to tell them that Jesus Christ carried even more bodyguards than him. Wow, continue, sir. Prophet added that the men of God who use bodyguard for protections are not bad, but it was a sign of them trying to protect themselves from evil hands, since they are also humans. It is worthy of note that the man of God was once attacked while coming back from a mission, and 7 of his bodyguards were killed. So the need be for more bodyguards, I guess. This clergy escaped death as bullet shot at his car couldn't penetrate because he was in a bulletproof car.
I just escaped an assassination attempt where 7 people were killed. My car was attacked, opened fire on my car.
Number 5 is Bishop Ayo Oritsejafor. Bishop Ayodele Joseph Oritsejafor, known betterly as Papa Ayo Oritsejafor, is an author, founder, and senior pastor of Word of Life Bible Church, located in Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. He was the then national president of the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria in 2005, a position he held for 5 years, and in June 2010, he was elected president of Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, the apex body of all Christian associations in the country. In doing so, he became the first Pentecostal leader to hold this position. With all this portfolio, Papa Ayo Oritsejafor is another man of God that doesn't joke with his bodyguards, as anything can happen anytime and he always needs to be on guard. So who else to look out for the danger than his highly skilled bodyguards, making him the 5th most protected pastor in Nigeria. Coming at number 4 is Pastor David Ibiyeomie. Pastor David Ibiyeomie is a Nigerian pastor, author, televangelist, and the founder and presiding pastor of Salvation Ministries International, with his headquarters located in Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. He started his church 13th April 1997 with as little as 20 members in attendance. Now fast forward to present time, Salvation Ministries average about 50,000 attendees every Sunday with 5 amazing services. Funny enough, the church has only one headquarter in Port Harcourt, while the rest are satellite churches. While watching him on TV, you will see his bodyguards everywhere, all in a bid to protect him from harm's way, which is proof of his high level of security. Well, yes, what do you expect from one of Nigerian richest pastors, if not high level of security? Number 3 is Pastor Adeboye. Pastor Enoch Adejaye Adeboye is a professor, a Nigerian pastor, and general overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God. Daddy Joe, as is fondly called, has worked hard to expand the church, as one of the church mission is to have a redeemed church every 5 kilometers walk, and the church has gained popularity worldwide. He has faced so much criticism in the past, and he continues to be one of the most loved men of God in Africa and in Nigeria, who is overly protected by a host of bodyguards. You could tag it and say he is never to be caught without bodyguards present protecting him. All around him, you could see the men on black steady and ready for action, all in a bid to avoid stories that touches. At number 2 is Pastor Chris Oyakhilome. Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, better known as Pastor Chris, is a Christian faith leader, preacher, author, philanthropist, televangelist, and president of Love World Incorporated. He is known globally as the founder and pastor of Love World Incorporated, also known as Christ Embassy, and the author of most translated and distributed daily devotional manual in the world, Rhapsody of Reality. He is also known for organizing large crusades and pulling crowds over 3.5 million in a single night. So tell me, why would this man of God not need protection? He never uses public airways, and his security details are well trained and armed to the teeth. He has invested so much in a security system which we do not understand why. For example, he has a lift that takes him directly to the pulpit and off the pulpit without anyone knowing where this lift is located and how it takes him in and out the pulpit. Coming at number 1 is Pastor David Oyedepo. Pastor David Oyedepo is an author, televangelist, a businessman, an architect, chancellor of Covenant University and Landmark University, preacher, and the founder of Living Faith Church Worldwide, and one of the richest pastors in Nigeria, and presiding bishop of Faith Tabernacle in Ota, Ogun State, Nigeria. The church is also known as Winners Chapel International, which has branches scattered across the 36 states of Nigeria and outside the country. Each time you watch the bishop, from moving to the altar to moving out, and on every mission he carries a very powerful entourage of skilled security men. He is arguably one of the most protected pastors in Nigeria and in Africa, which is evident in the guards he carries along and the convoy he carries for mission, making him the most protected pastor in Nigeria.